You're watching DX Recaps, the place where we break down movies fast, clear, and spoiler-packed. Whether you missed it, forgot it, or just want a quick refresh, we've got you covered. Let's get into the story.
Our story begins in a bustling city in Korea where a towering building is ablaze. Amidst the chaos, a brave firefighter named Hong rushes out from the flames, clutching a young girl in his arms. But disaster strikes. His safety rope is damaged by the intense heat, and he plummets to the ground, missing the safety cushion. In that fleeting moment, his life flashes before his eyes. Miraculously, he awakens after saving the girl, disoriented but alive. He scrambles to reunite her with her family, trying to speak, but no one responds. That's when two sharply dressed strangers appear amid the destruction, smiling and calling out to him. Confused, Hong urges them to move out of danger, only to realize that rescue workers are attending to a lifeless body, his own. The woman, Chun, informs him that he died a noble death and was recognized as a paragon. She and her partner, Mok, are here to guide him through the 7 trials of the afterlife. Mok explains their leader awaits beyond the gates to begin Hong's judgment. Still reeling, Hong walks away, watching his co-workers mourn over his body. He cries out in denial, desperate to see his mother one last time. But his soul begins levitating toward a glowing portal, while the guardians look on, moved by his devotion to his mother. They soon arrive in a surreal world where countless souls are making their way toward the gates of judgment. There, Hong meets Rim, the head guardian who has successfully guided 47 souls to reincarnation over the past century. Rim congratulates Hong on his paragon status, but Hong humbly denies being worthy. As they pass through the gates, they're suddenly transported to a terrifying volcanic realm known as the Mountain of Murder. Shocked, Mok asks Hong if he's ever taken a life, but Hong insists he hasn't. Rim explains that causing someone's death through neglect or inaction can still lead to punishment. Hong finds himself on a platform overlooking a pit of molten lava where tortured souls struggle to escape. The trial begins. Prosecutors accuse Hong of failing to rescue a fellow firefighter, which led to his death. They demand Hong be punished in the lava pit for 5 years to atone. Rim defends him, requesting the court to re-examine the incident. Footage reveals that Hong tried everything to save his trapped colleague, but the debris was immovable. His comrade, understanding the situation, urged Hong to leave and save others. That night, Hong rescued 8 lives. Rim argues that his selfless decision should outweigh the guilt of leaving a friend behind. Moved by his heroism, the judge clears Hong of the charge. And he proceeds to the next trial. Though the pain of his colleague's death lingers heavily in his heart, still haunted, Hong questions the guardian's true motives. It's revealed that they're bound by a deal with King Yomra, ruler of the afterlife. If they help 49 souls reincarnate within a century, they themselves may return to life as humans. They move on to the trial of indolence. Chun highlights Hong's lifelong diligence and his efforts to help others. Whether facing bee stings after disturbing a hive or crashing into a Lamborghini while saving a cat on a rooftop, the judge is so impressed, she demands a statue be built in Hong's honor. However, when asked why he worked so hard, Hong simply replies, "For money." This answer flips the judge's verdict. Suddenly, he's condemned to the machine of punishment, where the indolent are crushed and fed to demonic fish. The guardians pled for a deeper look into Hong's past. It's revealed he worked tirelessly not out of greed, but to support his ill mother and fund his brother's legal education, often at the cost of his own health. Recognizing this, the judge reverses the sentence and lets them continue. Just as they begin to celebrate, monstrous spirits attack their boat. The guardians fight fiercely, slicing down foes. But Mok is forced to defend the ship alone while Rim is knocked overboard. Eventually, Mok brings down a stone pillar to trap the monsters, saving the team. Rim explains this attack was triggered by the rise of a vengeful spirit from Hong's family. He heads to the mortal world to investigate and is shocked to discover that Hong's mother is still alive, meaning it must be his brother, Sue, who died and became a vengeful ghost. Rim chases the malicious spirit through the streets but fails to capture it. The trail leads to a military base, where he overhears soldiers gossiping about Sue, labeling him a deserter. Suspiciously, the captain and another soldier act evasive. Disguising himself as a colonel, Rim interrogates the captain, who tries to bribe him into silence, confirming his guilt in Sue's death. Meanwhile, Hong faces the trial of deceit. He's accused of forging false letters from a fallen comrade to the man's daughter, pretending to be her father. The goddess of deceit orders his tongue cut out, but Rim connects telepathically and intervenes. He explains Hong also wrote fake letters to his mother, fabricating tales of his success to give her peace of mind. These lies were acts of compassion, not harm. The goddess, touched by his intentions, forgives him. After the trial, Rim tells Hong his family is fine but quietly informs the others that Sue is indeed dead. Rim travels back in time to the night of Sue's death and uncovers a chilling truth. A soldier named Dong accidentally shot Sue, and instead of seeking help, the captain buried him alive to protect his own career. Rim is horrified. Sue was still breathing. It awakens a painful memory of Rim's own father, who suffered a similar fate. Back in the afterlife, Hong enters the hell of injustice, where souls are frozen for failing to help others. However, Hong's career as a firefighter exempts him. As they travel in a cable car, Rim reveals that only he retains memories from life. The other guardians had theirs erased. Mok tries to prevent Hong from learning more, but accidentally slips and reveals Sue is the vengeful spirit. Devastated, Hong's emotional breakdown nearly shatters the cable car. He regains control just in time to save his companions. They proceed to the hell of betrayal. Here, traitors are shattered inside cursed mirrors. Fortunately, Hong passes unscathed. Meanwhile, Rim finds Sue at a nightclub trying to kill the soldier who buried him. They fight through the city skies. Rim eventually captures him with a magical rope, urging him to forgive his killers to be reborn. Instead, Sue erupts in rage, remembering his betrayal, and breaks free with a shockwave. Elsewhere, Dong, racked with guilt, gives Sue's mother a map to her son's burial site. Watching this, Sue has a change of heart. He visits Rim and agrees to go through the trials if allowed to speak to Dong one last time. Through Rim, Sue tells Dong that he forgives him and urges him not to drown in past regrets. Back in the afterlife, Hong enters the hell of violence and jumps into a deep pit for his next trial. He collides with rocks on the way down, and though Mok catches him, they all tumble again. Hong manages to protect Chun during the fall. The trial begins. Hong is accused of beating his younger brother in high school, an especially cruel act as Sue was malnourished due to their poverty. Worse, Hong never apologized and ran away the next day. He's declared guilty and set to be punished in a pit of flying rocks. Desperate, Chun asks the judge to combine this trial with the final one, hell of filial impiety, risking the guardian's own existence. Rim reveals the truth. That night, Sue caught Hong attempting to smother their sick mother. Hong, feeling hopeless and broken by their circumstances, believed death was the only escape. When Sue stopped him, Hong snapped and beat his brother in a rage. Consumed by guilt, Hong fled and never returned. The guardians are crushed, believing they've lost the final trial. Meanwhile, Rim leads Sue to the military base to retrieve his body. There, they see their mother begging soldiers to let her see her son. The cruel captain tears up her sign and pushes her down, causing her to collapse. Enraged by the attack on his mother, Sue loses control, turning into a monstrous tornado of fury. He tosses soldiers aside, tears open the veil between worlds, and unleashes chaos. Rim tries to protect everyone, but it's Mok who charges through the portal and slams into Sue, disrupting his storm. Rim seizes the opportunity to restrain him with a magical rope, finally ending the rampage. Back in the final trial, King Yomra himself presides. He charges Hong with attempting to kill his own mother and assaulting his brother. He also reveals something astonishing. Hong's mother knew about the attempted murder all along, but she never spoke of the tragedy. She carried the pain silently, buried deep within her heart, and that silent suffering only intensified the weight of her son's crime. The deity, moved but bound by justice, declares that Hong must remain in this realm of punishment for eternity. His sin was not just murder, it was the attempted killing of the very one who gave him life. But then, the entire underworld begins to tremble. A voice echoes through the realm, it's Rim. Using his power, he's allowed Sue to appear in a dream, reaching out to their mother. Sue, filled with regret, apologizes on behalf of his older brother. He tells her the truth, that Hong has spent the last 15 years tirelessly working to support her, haunted every day by the guilt of what he did. In an emotional twist, the mother reveals that she had already forgiven her son long ago. She apologizes instead for the life she couldn't provide for her children. Hong, hearing her voice and her forgiveness, breaks down in tears. Even the stoic king of the afterlife is visibly moved by this raw display of family, regret, and redemption. Seeing this, the deity makes a final judgment. He can no longer condemn Hong. The one he hurt the most has already forgiven him. And with that, Hong is granted the chance to be reincarnated. As the light of reincarnation surrounds him, Hong turns to Chun and bows deeply, offering his heartfelt thanks to the guardians who helped him find peace. Then, he vanishes into the light. Back in the mortal world, Rim prepares for the next soul. He chooses Sue as their 49th reincarnation, part of the bargain they struck with the king of the afterlife. Completing this final mission is their last step before they too can be reborn. Together, they descend into the hell of filial impiety, where countless demons await. Determined and united, they charge forward, carving a path toward the throne of the king of hell himself.
And that's a wrap on today's recap. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a plot twist. Got a movie you want recapped? Drop it in the comments below. This is DX Recaps. See you in the next one.